Howdy, I'm Luna. The artwork we're looking at today is called the Quidditch Pitch. The artist is Shanette, and the owner of the house is Raylan. Its address is Ethanir Enclave on the Freeport side, located on the Mosh Duel server, and you can currently find it under Massive Homes on the leaderboards, for now. All right, let's get right into it. So, here's some information in case you wanted to know. Unfortunately, I am on my Maj Duel account, so I cannot give it some likes and love. But please come out, give this place some likes and love. She had published it previously, and then she took it down off the leaderboards for a reason, and then that reason never got used. So she basically wasted all those votes. So if you could please come and give her some votes and help her get those votes back up, that would be really, really kind. All right. So the Quidditch pitch, for those of you who don't know, it's a Harry Potter thing. It's where they play their game of Quidditch. So first of all, we have this nice little. We're like underneath the stands of the Quidditch pitch, I think. We have the Guildhall door right here, and then these two portals. It says the top portal is the portal to Shanette's showcase. So we've seen that before. That takes you to a showcase where she has all her houses. And then the bottom portal is the portal to the Harry Potter experience, linking all the homes in the project, which I think is really cool that all of her homes are linked together like that for the Harry Potter experience. So before we go out to the actual pitch, oh, and also full disclosure, I have seen this house before. I'm just promoting it to try to help her get her likes back, okay? So if we come in here to this little room, we have a sign that says, "Notice, you must sign in to reserve pitch for practice." That's from the movies. Like, you have to actually sign in to practice on the pitch. Furthermore, all balls and school brooms must be returned to the storage closet after each practice. Any student failing to do so will have points taken from his or her house. I love that. And look, she's even got all the balls. So what are they called? The quaffles. I know that. And then, are those the bludgeoners? And then that's the quaffle? No, I can't remember. I know that's the golden snitch. That's the one I do know. But there's quaffles and there's bludgeoners. And I could be completely mixing those words up. The bludgeoners might be the person, the people. I don't know. All right. So let's see what's over here. Oh, it looks like we have stairs to get up into the stand. Same with that side. So let's go up this way. Just because I'm here. What did you use for stairs? Oh, Kira steps. Those make really nice little rickety kind of. If you've never seen the Harry Potter movies, it's very like a rickety kind of stands. For such a rich school, you'd think they'd have better stuff. We're just going to keep going uppy, uppy, up. And see where we end up. Oh my goodness. This is really cool how you could just keep going up and up and up and up and up. Okay. And I love how you kept with the rickety kind of look with like very little safety. I think that's fabulous. Oh, here we go. We're very high up. Look at that. You can see the stands up there. In the movie, it's like four little, I think it's like four areas for each of the houses. And I think Shanette has done like this wonderful job of her own artist interpretation of the Quidditch pitch. So here are the big stands, all four houses. There's that Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and Slytherin hanging up there. And if we look down there, we can see the scoreboards and the actual Quidditch goals. Isn't that so cool? I love that so much. And we're in an Ethanir enclave, but you would never know unless you flew up back here and looked back here, because she's just used this green pitch area, I guess is what you'd call it. So let's see. Oh, I thought maybe we could. So the other side going up brings us to somewhere else. So before we head out to the Quidditch pitch, we're going to go see what that is all about by heading back down these steps. Okay. Oh, Luna. Or is this time and space? I don't remember which tune this is. It doesn't matter. She's being cheeky. Okay, here, let's head down here. Oh, look! Okay, so heading up here, we have the teacher section, and the student seating is above. So if we look, see, there's the student seats, and then we have the teacher sitting section. That's really cool. And over here, we have the house cups. Look at that. Those must be house maybe house portals or house not portals. What am I thinking? I'm so silly. The house trophies. Uh, they don't, when you put them behind this ice or the glass, they don't glow anymore. And it looks like we have found the book. So, The Quidditch Pitch by Shanette. I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. Thank you for visiting the Quidditch Pitch, another installment in my Harry Potter Experience project. If you'd like to visit other entries in this project, I've provided portals to my Portal Hub and to Hogwarts Castle. Both are linked to other Harry Potter homes. The Portal Hub is also connected to my other completed in project progress works. Mischief Manage, Specs/Shanette. All right, and this is Quidditch, a summary by Specs to see. Alrighty. Alright, yeah, we'll go ahead and read this. Just because it is, one of the only books that's at this place. So here we go. Quidditch is a wizarding sport played on broomsticks. It is the most popular game among wizards and witches, and according to Rubeus Hagrid, the equivalent to Muggles' passion for football. And I think football meaning soccer. If for those Americans out there. The object of the game is to score more points than your opponents. Each goal is worth 10 points, and catching the snitch is worth 150 points. The game ends when the snitch is caught, or an agreement is reached between the captains of both teams. Some games can go on for many days if the snitch is not caught. The record, according to Quidditch Through the Ages, is 3 months. Oh my gosh, a game going on for 3 months would be crazy. The game starts with the referee releasing all 4 balls from the central circle. The bludgers, see, I knew I was close. Bludgers and snitch are bewitched to fly off of their own accord, but the quaffle is thrown into the air by the referee to signal the start of play. This is similar to how games of basketball and Gaelic football, popular Muggle sports, begin by the referee throwing the ball in the air. Since the lengths of Quidditch games are variable, some games can go on for days if the golden snitch is not caught. The game is not played in periods, although captains can call for time out. Teams continue using the same goalposts to score throughout the game. Chasers score by sending the quaffle through any of the 3 goal hoops. Each goal scored is worth 10 points. After a goal is scored, the opposing team's keeper throws the quaffle back into play. The game only ends when the golden snitch is caught or the agreement of both team captains. Catching the golden snitch is worth 150 points to the team whose seeker made the catch. The snitch is bewitched to respond to the first witch or wizard to make contact with it, in case there is any dispute regarding which seeker touched it first. Despite this, there have been several instances in which the snitch has been fumbled. The winner of the game is the team with the most points, regardless of who caught the golden snitch. As a result, it is possible, although difficult, to win the game even though the opposing team caught the snitch. If your team is 160 or more points ahead, as was the case of the final match between Ireland and Bulgaria of the 1994 Quidditch World Cup, it is never explained what happens in the event of a tie, in the books or the movie. So positions. The game is played by 2 teams of 7 people, 3 chasers, 2 beaters, 1 keeper, and 1 seeker, and involves 4 balls, a quaffle, 2 bludgers, and a golden snitch. The keeper guards the goalposts, while the 3 chasers score goals with the quaffle by tossing it into one of the opposing team's 3 goalposts. The 2 beaters keep the bludgers away from their team and hit the bludgers toward the opposing team, and the seeker catches the golden snitch to end the game. The team whose seeker catches the snitch is awarded 150 points, but this does not necessarily mean they will win if the other team still has more points after the snitch is caught. So, the golden snitch. The history of the snitch is perhaps the most interesting of all the Quidditch balls, and its introduction came as the direct result of a game played in 1269 in Kent. This is over a century on from Goodwin Neen's, that's right, we wouldn't say the K, Neen's letter to his cousin, and it seems that during this time the game had acquired a great deal of popularity and organization, but had altered in its format very little. It was, however, now routinely attended by large crowds of people who wanted to watch the game. The 1269 game mentioned above was attended by Barbarous Brage, the chief of the Wizards' Council, as a nod to the sport of snidget hunting, which was also popular at the time. Brage brought such a bird to the game and released it from its cage. He told the players that 150 galleons, a large sum of money, particularly in those times, would be awarded to the player who caught the bird. This was easier said than done. The snidget is very fast, very small, and can make sudden changes of direction at high speeds. The considerable challenge posed by the flight patterns of the bird is what made snidget hunting so popular in the first place. What happened at the Quidditch game in question was rather predictable. The players totally ignored the game, and each and every one simply went off in pursuit of the snidget, which was kept within the arena by the crowd using repelling charms. A witch named Modesty Rabnot, who was also watching the game, took pity on the snidget and rescued it with a summoning charm before rushing away with it hidden inside her robes. She was caught by a furious Brage and fined 10 galleons for disrupting the game, but not before she had released the snidget. This saved the life of this bird, but the connection with Quidditch had been made, and soon the snidget was being released at every game. Each team had an extra player, originally called the Hunter, later the Seeker, whose sole job was to catch and kill the snidget, for which 150 points were awarded in memory of the 150 galleons offered by Brage in the original game. See, this is all stuff I didn't know. I think this might have been uh released in like one of the other movies I didn't see or something. The vast popularity of the sport led to quickly declining snidget numbers, and in the middle of the 14th century it was made a protected species by the Wizards' Council, now headed by Elfrida Clegg. This meant that the bird could no longer be used for Quidditch purposes, and indeed the Modesty Rabnot Snidget Reservation was created in Somerset to safeguard the snidget's future survival. Oh, I wonder if this was from Beasts. What was it called? The movies, like the prequels, because I never saw any of those or read those books. Um, Fantastic Beasts, that's what it is. The game of Quidditch, however, could not continue without a substitute. Whilst most people looked for a suitable alternative bird to chase, a metal charmer called Bowman Wright from Godric's Hollow had a different idea. He invented a fake snidget, which he called the Golden Snitch. His invention was pretty much what we see on the Quidditch pitch today, a golden ball with silver wings, the same size and weight as a real snidget, bewitched to accurately follow its flight patterns. An additional benefit was that the ball was also charmed to stay within the playing area, removing the need for the continual use of repelling charms by the crowd. The snitch was approved as a snidget substitute. The game of Quidditch could continue, and the modern sport as we know it was complete. All of the balls used in the modern game were now present. Organized teams played against each other, and vast numbers of people came to watch. Whilst this may sound exactly like the sport as it is played today, there were still a few modifications to be made in terms of the playing pitch, and this continued to evolve until 1883 when the format of today's Quidditch pitches was finalized. All right. We've learned some history today. Not real history, but Harry Potter history. All right, what's up over here? Commenter's box and guest seating. Oh, cool. Oh, I love how you use this for a microphone. This is a nice little box. And then special guest seating over here. All right, let's go down and play some Quidditch. Whee! So it looks like we have at least one person flying here. Ah, it's Madam Hooch, the teacher, the coach, if you will. Now I want a nice fair game, all of you. Mount your brooms, please. Aye, aye, Captain. Okay, except I'm not on a broom, I'm on a flying horse. All right, Madam Hooch. So we get to learn a little bit about Madam Hooch as well. Madam Rolanda Hooch, born before 1901, was a strict but caring witch who worked as the flying instructor, Quidditch referee, and coach at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry during at least the 1990s. Madame Hooch likely attended the school as a student once and was probably a member of her house's Quidditch team sometime before her graduation. She learned to fly on her own Silver Arrow broomstick sometime during the Great War and returned to Hogwarts for a job at some point where she worked under Headmaster Albus Dumbledore, Dolores Umbridge, and possibly Armando Dippet, Severus Snape, and Minerva McGonagall. Madam Hooch taught Harry Potter and his classmates how to ride a broomstick in 1991 and refereed the Gryffindor vs. Slytherin match that same year, where Gryffindor emerged victorious. One of her games was canceled just after starting due to the petrification of Hermione Granger and Penelope Clearwater in 1993. In the next school year, Hooch, with Professor Flitwick, was in charge of examining a firebolt sent to Harry Potter in case it was jinxed or cursed. Her lessons were probably inspected by Dolores Umbridge in 1995, the same year that she had to stop Harry Potter and George Weasley from attacking Draco Malfoy. 2 years after, Madame Hooch likely took part in the Battle of Hogwarts, as all the other teachers did. But yeah, she does not really appear inside the later movies. I never even thought about that. But what broom is that? Because that's like a perfect Harry Potter broom. Oh, Night Flight Witch's broom. Oh, that's nice. That looks very Harry Potter broomish. Okay, and then what do these signs say? Gryffindor. So we have 0 points up right now because nobody is actually playing. The game has just started with Madame Hooch. And then look, this is the where you get the quaffles through. Oh, he can't go through those. Oh my goodness, that's funny. So yeah, look at these. So we got the 3 hoops. One is higher than the other. Only one person guards these, which I think is cool. And she's used these. Oh, I gotta land. These draconic pillars. And oh, stop that. What are you doing? Okay, you know what? Yeah, they're draconic pillars. I'm not going to. Don't look at how broken my stuff is. Okay. All right. So that is the Quidditch pitch. I love how it's a nice little simple design, but at the same time there is actually a lot here. You know, we have everything that's in the movies just reimagined in a way that can actually fit this space and be perfect for this arena. Okay. I think I like Madame Hooch. She was one of my favorite teachers. So I'm going to come over here. All right. I want to say thank you, Shanette, for letting me come out and check this place out again for myself. It was a lot of fun. I wish I could play Quidditch in real life. I know there's like or there used to be. There might not be so much anymore, but there used to be actual Quidditch teams that you could enter. But of course, we can't really fly, and the Golden Snitch can't really fly, and the Bludgers can't really fly. So I'm not really sure how that game was played. But real Quidditch sounds like it would be a lot of fun to play. So, very cool. All right, thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you all in my next video.